When rates will rise. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. I want to have a look at this article written by Eliza Bavin from Yahoo Finance discussing, well, when each bank expects interest rates to rise. And we're already seeing fixed rates going up, and Albanese has learned now what the cash rate is. Hopefully we'll get politicians that might realize how important these things are to us. But anyway, let's have a look at this. So CBA, ANZ, NAB, Westpac, exact day they say rates will rise. So economists from Commonwealth Bank, ANZ, NAB, and Westpac are all predicting rates will rise this year. And it could come sooner than you think. All four big banks now believe the cash rate will start rising from June 7th, with Westpac and NAB the last of the major banks to bring forward their forecasts. Westpac updated its forecast on the back of the RBA's monetary policy statement for April. Westpac's economic team is now predicting the cash rate hike will start in June and hit 2% by June 2023. The bank's previous forecast had the rate hike starting in August and reaching 1.75% in February 2024. Now, does everyone remember when our Reserve Bank Governor, Philip Lowe, said rates wouldn't go up until 2024? And does everyone remember how all of us who had mortgages locked in fixed rates because we knew we'd never see such low rates again? So what's going to happen is people are going to be hit with a big jump when they come off their fixed rates, or they'll probably go to variable. NAB also updated its forecast, with the first cash rate hike starting in June, also previously August, while on Tuesday, ANZ's economic team updated its cash rate forecast, bringing forward the predicted start date by 3 months to June. All four big bank forecasts have the cash rate hikes finishing at different points. CBA believes the neutral cash rate will be 1.25%, whereas ANZ has said the cash rate will rise above 3%, but not until after 2023. How high will the cash rate go and when? So CBA, they think the hikes will start in June. The cash rate will reach 1.25% by February. So you've got to understand the cash rate right now is sitting at 0.1%. And it's becoming a joke now. I want to see how long I can go before updating this chart. It's on my mind because I do these videos. I look at property and I'm keeping an eye on it. Probably because I need to keep an eye on my personal finances. Wouldn't you want that from political leaders? At least have their pulse on what's impacting all of us so they know their decisions. I don't know if we got any of them. At least not in the major two. We need to get some minors up there. Anyway, back to this. Westpac hikes start in June. Cash rate to reach 2% by June 2023. NAB start in June. Cash rate to reach 2.25% by August 2024. ANZ start in June. Cash rate to reach 2% by November 2023. And peak above 3%. But not until sometime after 2023. Now let's bring up the cash rate. You can see here, let me just full screen it over here. You can see here, we haven't been 3% since, between 2010 and 2015? What's that, 2014? 2012? So yeah, it's been a long time. Now remember, 3% used to be considered an emergency low rate for the RBA because that left them room to move. Now they've made that move. So I guess we can be happy they didn't go negative, guys. I don't even know if that's a joke. So how will it affect mortgage repayments? If the cash rate reaches 2% by June 2023, as predicted by Westpac, the average owner-occupier with a $500,000 debt and 25 years remaining could see their monthly repayments rise by $509, according to data from Rate City. To put that into context, that's like having your car registration come up for renewal every single month, Rate City Research Director Sally Tyndall said. And yeah, and of course I haven't removed that one here. Yes, that's it. And this is going to be, I don't think we're going to see people turfed out of their homes for $500 a month, guys. I think you're going to see a cooling of the market, and you're going to see it impact and be felt in the retail sector as people tighten their belt. Remember, the banks have had to anticipate people servicing their mortgages at higher rates, 3% buffers. So we'll have to see if there's a lot of liar loans. There will be some, but then there'll be other people who are preparing. I mean, how many of you now have got a big stash of cash set aside? Build up a buffer, build up 6 months of repayments just in case. It needs to be part of our culture to build up emergency funds. I know it's not cool. I know no one likes it. I know everyone expects the government to take care of them. But we need to get rid of that thinking and start bring back independence and reliance on oneself. Wouldn't that be great? So this would equate to a 22% rise in monthly repayments from today to mid-next year. That steeper rise, particularly for people with large loans compared to their income, Tyndall said. Tyndall said Westpac, NAB and ANZ had all brought forward their rate hike schedule on the back of Tuesday's RBA statement. The notable exclusion of Governor Lowe's prepared to be patient mantra has raised alarm bells among economists, she said. Governor Lowell effectively ruled out a hike in May, but stipulated he wanted to see further wages data, the next round of which is out in May. However, June is a living possibility. So what can mortgage holders do before the rate rise? Get yourself a rate cut now before the RBA hikes rates. Call your bank and haggle. Yep, you should be doing that all the time. The average variable rate mortgage holder is paying 0.4% more than a new customer. If your bank doesn't budge, you could be better off refinancing. Make extra repayments. Pay down as much of your debt now while the rate is low will often help soften the blow when rates rise. I used to have a game where I would just pay every little bit of extra money I found off the mortgage. Just chuck little extra pieces off it. Boom, $5 here, $10 here, anything I could. I sold some scrap metal. I got some bottles. I made some money on crypto. Anything that wasn't like real income, I'd just pay that as extra off the mortgage just to decimate that debt. And then because it was variable, I'd lower my weekly repayments just for the sake of it, even though I was paying more off it, everything I could find. So it's a good suggestion. Just attack it. Prepare your budget. See where you can trim your budget to free up money. I don't know about budget. Okay, the idea of having a budget, I like the idea of the money buckets that people have, or you just need to look at where your money is flowing, where it's going. On a fixed rate, set a reminder for 2 months before it ends so you can begin shopping around for a new loan. Fixed loans often roll over to higher variable rates unless you do something about it. There you go, everyone. So that's good advice there. Let's have a talk about this one. So all the banks are warning about rates going up, and there are people that are going to be impacted by this. You've got time to prepare. That's it. There'll be some that won't, and I guarantee the ABC will have sob story after sob story about people kicked out of their homes that probably just haven't managed their finances well enough or have gone too far to the edge. I don't know if it's gonna tip the whole market over and go nuts. I'd be shocked if that happens. If that starts to happen, I'd be more concerned with the government coming to the rescue. That's what worries me a lot more. There's a precedent set for it now. What do you reckon? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Thank you all for watching, guys. If you're a fan of the channel, you know how to support us. Use our referral links or support the channel by joining us on Patreon or YouTube. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I will see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now. Rego every month. Damn. Time to get rid of the